Welcome to Math Lesson 101. We are going to talk about translating expressions into equations. So what does that mean? That means we are going to take language, situations, and relationships, and we're going to put them into mathematical form. A lot of times that means we're going to end up with an equation where we have to solve for something in the equation. Okay, so some examples of putting mathematical expressions and so forth into equation form would be if we see the words twice a number. So twice a number means that we take a number and we double it so that we have 2 times that number. The way we would write that in math would be 2 times the number, or 2n. That could be 2x or 2t, it doesn't matter. I just chose n for number. So twice a number would be 2n. 5 more than a number. Okay, well, if we are increasing something or putting more of something into an expression, that means we are adding something to it. So we have our number, and then we have 5 more than that number. So that means we take our number and we add 5. So we have n plus 5. 3 less than a number. Well, that means we have our number, but we have to take away 3 so that we have 3 less than that number. So the way we would write that is n minus 3. Half of a number. Okay, when we talk about half of a number, well, what if I said, what is half of 10? You would tell me the answer is 5 because we took 10 and we divided it by 2 to find 5. So half of a number means that we take our number and we divide by 2. Okay, another way that we could write that would be to take 1/2 times that number. Okay, so that still means half of a number. So 1/2 times, using my example 10, well, 1/2 times 10 over 1, well, that gives me 10 over 2. Guess what? Half of 10 is still 5. So either way, we could write number over 2 or number divided by 2, or we could write 1/2 times that number for half of a number. What if it says the product of a number and 7? We know product means multiply. So multiply a number and 7. 7 times n, or 7n. Okay. 15 is 5 more than twice a number. So I need to translate that into a mathematical equation. So 17 is 5 more than twice a number. So 17 is, that means 17 equals 5 more than, so it's going to be something plus 5 twice a number. So we take our twice a number, which is our 2n. We add 5 to it, so we have 5 more than twice a number, so 2n plus 5, and that is 17. That equals 17. Now we could then easily solve for n in this equation. All right, so here we had a statement that said, if 5 less than twice a number is 17, what is the number? Okay, so 5 less than, that means I had to subtract 5. 5 less than twice a number, there's my 2n for twice a number, is 17. Okay, and it's asking us what is the number. Okay, so to solve for that, I had minus 5, so I will add 5 to both sides. Those cancel out. I get 2n equals 17 plus 5 is 22. Divide both sides by 2. My number is 11. Another example, this says the angles marked x and 2x in this figure are supplementary. What is the measure of the larger angle? So we got a couple things going on here. It tells us these angles are supplementary. That means they add up to 180 degrees. So what is the measure of the larger angle? Well, I know this angle plus this angle has to equal 180 degrees. So I need an equation that I can solve. So I'll take the first angle, 2x, add the second angle, x. Because they're supplementary, they add up to 180 degrees. 2x plus 1x will give me 3x equals 180 degrees. To solve for x, divide by 3, divide by 3. That gives me a 1, so x equals 180 divided by 3 is 60. So what I know is that x equals 60. So if I go back up to my figure, that means this angle, x, measures 60 degrees. 2 times x is the measure of this angle. Well, if x is 60, take 2 times 60, this angle measures 120 degrees. So the question is, what is the measure of the larger angle? The larger angle measures 120 degrees. This example says, find the measure of each angle of this triangle. So I have a triangle here. This angle measures 2x degrees. This one is 3x degrees. And this one is x degrees. What I know about triangles is that all of the angles add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to add all of those angles and get 180 degrees. So 2x plus 3x plus x equals 180 degrees. Let's combine the x's. I have 2x plus 3x plus 1x. That will give me 6x. That equals 180 degrees. To solve for x, divide by 6, divide by 6. So x equals 180 divided by 6 is 30. So x is 30 degrees. So this angle x equals 30 degrees. This angle is 2 times x. So 2 times 30 degrees would be 60 degrees. So 2x equals 60 degrees. 3x, that means 3 times x, 3 times 30 equals 90 degrees. So there are the measures of all of my angles of this triangle. And finally, we have a translation problem here again. It says 10 less than half of what number is 30? So the is 30, that's the easy part, equals 30, because is means equals. So 10 less than something. That means I have something minus 10. Okay, what do I have to subtract 10 from? Half of a number. So how do I write half of a number? Well, I can take number divided by 2. That's half of a number. So I have a number divided by 2 minus 10 equals 30. First thing I need to do, add 10 to both sides. That will give me number divided by 2. That turns into 0 equals 30 plus 10 is 40. So how do I get rid of this number divided by 2? Because I just need the number isolated on that side. So I'm going to multiply by 2 over 1. That's going to make these cancel out. If I do that on one side, I also have to do that on the other side. Okay, so 2's cancel. I just get n over 1, which is n, equals 40 over 1 times 2 over 1. 40 times 2 is 80. 80 over 1 equals 80. So 10 less than half of what number is 30? My number is 80. All right, have a great time working on this lesson.